Have you ever had this brilliant idea for an essay, but you just get stuck, staring at a blank page, not knowing where to even begin? Well, in this explainer, we're going to conquer that. We are going to build the perfect argument from the ground up using a really simple but incredibly powerful framework.
Oh yeah, we have all been there. Staring at that blinking cursor, just feeling the pressure mount to create this clear, persuasive argument totally out of thin air. It can feel impossible. But what if I told you there's a blueprint to guide you every single step of the way?
Well, there is. Today, we're going to break down a tool that is so simple and so effective, it can turn that scary blank page into a compelling, logical essay every single time. It really takes the guesswork out of structuring your thoughts so you can focus on what actually matters, your ideas.
So let's get right into it. This tool is called the writing skeleton. And I want you to think of it like the actual bones of your essay. It's the strong structure that holds every great argument together. It's a simple, repeatable framework that gives you a clear path from your very first sentence to your last.
Okay, so this skeleton is built from 4 key parts. You've got an introduction to set the stage, a problem section to define what's wrong, a solution section to propose a fix, and of course, a conclusion to wrap it all up. Now, we're going to start by building the real heart of the argument first, the problem and the solution.
All right, let's start building. The first part of our core argument is all about defining the problem. This is where we state our case clearly, powerfully, and it all kicks off with the perfect topic sentence.
Okay, so your topic sentence, it needs to be crystal clear. This template right here basically forces you to state the single most important issue right up front. There's no room for confusion, just a direct, powerful statement of the problem. Let's try plugging in a real-world topic to see how it works. And boom, there it is. Simple, direct, and really effective. The reader knows exactly what this paragraph is going to be about. The environmental damage from plastic pollution. But now we have to explain why it's a problem.
This next sentence is your why sentence. This is where you connect a specific cause to a specific consequence. This is what adds real depth to your opening statement and starts building a truly convincing argument.
See how that works? It doesn't just say plastic is bad. No, it explains the mechanism. The plastic builds up, and the direct result of that is the destruction of marine habitats. Now, to make this really hit home, we need some proof. We need evidence. You know, an argument without evidence is really just an opinion. And this sentence is your built-in reminder to back up your claim. You need a specific fact, a statistic, or an expert finding. This is what gives your argument its credibility. And this is what makes the argument so powerful. By citing a specific UN report, we go from making a general claim to stating a hard-hitting, verifiable fact. This simple 3-sentence structure, claim, explanation, evidence, is just incredibly persuasive. Now let's flip to the other side of the coin, the solution. We've defined the problem, now it's time to show how we can actually fix it. And you know what the best part is? We're going to use the exact same powerful 3-part structure we just learned.
Just like before, we're starting with a clear and direct topic sentence. But this time, instead of stating a problem, we're proposing a clear, actionable solution.
So the problem was environmental degradation. The solution we're proposing is strict regulations. You see, it's a direct answer to the issue we just laid out. But now we have to explain how this would actually work.
And here we are again, answering that all-important why question. Why would this solution work? We need to lay out the logic that connects our proposed action to a positive outcome.
The logic here is so simple and powerful. Regulations on single-use plastics would mean less plastic is made and used in the first place. It tackles the problem right at its source. Now let's back this idea up with some proof that it can actually work in the real world.
You know, a proposed solution feels so much more realistic when you can point to a place where it's already worked. This sentence template pushes you to find a real-world example to make your idea feel totally achievable.
And this right here is the clincher. The example of Rwanda provides concrete proof of concept. It takes the solution from just a theoretical idea and turns it into a proven strategy, which makes your entire argument incredibly convincing.
Okay, let's just pause for a second and look at the beautiful structure we've just built. Do you notice that perfect symmetry? The problem and the solution paragraphs. They're mirror images of each other. Each one has a topic sentence, an explanation, and an example. This parallel structure is what makes the argument feel so clear, so logical, and just so easy to follow.
So with our 2 core pillars, the problem and the solution standing strong, it's time to frame them.
A strong intro is going to grab your reader's attention right away, and a powerful conclusion is going to leave a lasting impression.
You know, the skeleton makes writing an introduction incredibly simple. You really just need 3 sentences. First, a broad background statement to set the scene. Second, narrow it down to the specific problem you're tackling. And third, your thesis, a clear statement that this essay is going to explore that problem and propose a solution. That's it.
And your conclusion is just as straightforward. All it takes is 2 simple steps. First, briefly summarize the core problem and solution you discussed, just to remind the reader of your main point. Then you end with a powerful final thought or a recommendation for the future. This is your chance to leave a lasting impact. It's your mic drop moment.
And that really brings us to the crucial point. A final sentence like this one transforms your essay from just a simple academic exercise into a compelling call to action. It gives your argument real-world urgency and a sense of purpose. Ultimately, this skeleton doesn't just help you write an essay, it helps you make a point that truly matters.
So now you have the blueprint. The writing skeleton is your personal tool for clarity, for persuasion, and for turning your ideas into truly powerful arguments. The only question left is, what problem are you going to solve first?